So I just watched a video from Brandon. He talks about can you be big as a distance runner? The answer is no. You cannot be an elite level distance runner and still be big. You might get away with a little bit in the 8 and the 1500. I know guys in my club who run fast times in like the 1500, running like 352, 353, who are quite muscular, who could maybe make good GA players, but um, if you want to be at the highest level from say 5k and up, you have to be very scrawny. That's just the reality of the situation. And he talks about Lance Armstrong. He said, "Oh, he was too muscular because he took too much testosterone." But I don't agree with that. Okay. I read his book. I have it rented out from the library. In fact, it's probably due back now, so I should probably give it back. Um, okay. So Wheelmen by Lance Armstrong. Now, you know, from reading this book, he started off as a swimmer. I'm going to get some photographs here from the middle of the book. Now, yeah, he started off as a swimmer. Swimmer, use your upper body strength a lot. So you quite muscular in the legs and the upper body. Okay. I have a photograph here. I'm going to try to show you there. There he is as a swimmer with his two pals, and then there he is with his buddy Rick Crawford. I think Rick Crawford was like a world class triathlete. And yeah, so this guy started off as a swimmer, moved up to triathlon. A lot of swimming. You know what to do when they're swimming. The woo, moving their arms around a lot. So you look at me as a 15-minute 5k guy, which is not elite, still half decent time. Look at my arms; they're very skinny. Do you know what I mean? And Brandon made a good point. I need to be even skinnier than the smaller guys, because I'm taller. I'm like 6 foot. I weigh more than say guys like Kipchoge who are like 5'5". Okay, so as a guy, maybe if I move down to the 8 and 1500, then I could probably get away with doing some gym sessions every week, bulking up a little bit. But 5k and up, no, I can't do it. Okay, so yeah, Lance Armstrong, from all these years of being a swimmer, he was quite muscular when he moved up to cycling in his late teens, and you look at photographs from him when he was in the mid 90s, when he was like early 20s. He still looked quite lean, but he wasn't as lean. You could get guys like Chris Froome, you're like, Jesus fucking hell. You look at him, you're like, Jesus, is that guy from like a Nazi concentration camp or something? Has he been starved? Have they been starving him? Has he been growing up in Kenya or something? So yeah, here we have a photograph of Lance Armstrong. He's exhausted after triathlon. This was 1989. He would have been 18 at the time. So yeah, he still looks quite lean, but his arms, he is still a little bit too muscular to be an elite distance runner. So like, here's some more photographs of him. 1996 Olympics, still looks quite lean, but then again, his shoulders look quite big. He's just a little bit too muscular to really reach the highest level. Okay, so he used to do well in 1 day stage races, but come like Tour de France, where you're cycling for in the Tour de France, there's 21 stages in 23 days, and they're cycling for 6-7 hours. It's crazy. They're climbing up steep hills that a lot of people can't even walk up. So you need a lot of endurance. Or even me, I'm not great up the hills, and I'm like used to running 90-mile weeks. The other guys who are smaller and even skinnier than I am tend to fly up the hill. Like the anorexic looking guys in my club. Like we do kilometer repeats. Like my coach would have us doing kilometer repeats. We'd be doing like one session on the hills and then one session on the flat. And some of these guys who are smaller and skinnier than me, they're almost hitting the same pace on the hills as they are on the flat. It's crazy. And I'm left behind on the hill reps, but on the flat I can keep up with relative comfort. Okay, so maybe I need to get even more anorexic. But at the same time, I'm a little bit worried that my health might deteriorate if I get too skinny. Yeah, I have 5% body fat last time I checked, so I'm very lean, but still, because of my height, I'll probably weigh a little bit too much. So yeah, Lance Armstrong, he did get cancer in 1996, and a lot of people thought, right, that's it, he's gone. He's never going to really reach a high level again. He survived the cancer. He was happy to survive, but he was thinking, should I really keep doing this? He ran, so I think he did some race. He finished like, was it 15th or something in some 1 day stored race, and he was thinking, right, I may not come back. I might as well quit now. What's the point? I've been there, I've done that, so I might as well just focus on something else, go to university or something. But then he even quit. I think he even like left his team and wanted to just focus on playing golf. But then I think somebody had a talk with him saying, "Right, you need to get back into cycling." And I think eventually they persuaded him. And he said like the anger motivated him to get back into it. The anger of being mistreated by his stepdad, who made him and his mother feel like a burden. Do you know what I mean? So that's what kept him going. But he lost all the muscle he had, all that muscle he had from before he got cancer. It all went when he got the cancer. So normally when you get cancer, it's a very bad thing, but it's actually turned into a positive for Armstrong. He came back. He came back. When he came back, started winning Tour de France's. He looked a lot more pale. He looked a lot more skinny. He looked less healthy. He was less healthy. Let's be honest. And but he was a better rider as a result. You know, um, that's just how it works. So, and yeah, maybe Brandon is right. Maybe he was taking too much testosterone and got a little bit too bulky. Maybe if he hadn't been taking so much, he would have been skinnier. I don't know. That's why I'd be afraid to get into swimming or actually I am part of a gym. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking of quitting running. I wanted to get into playing soccer. I knew if I want to get a decent soccer player, I need to bulk up a bit, gain some muscle. But now I don't go to the gym anymore. I'm like, if I'm a distance runner, I'm going to the gym. I'm just gonna slow myself down. Okay, I'm gonna slow myself down, and I think there's a certain level you don't cross. Like I think Mo Farah can bench like 90 kgs in the bench press. I think that's like his one rep max. I think that's like the max. You can still stay skinny at that kind of with that level of strength, but I think once you go beyond that, you start to get more muscular. So I think the Argon project, they had the idea, right, just stay at this kind of level. You'll have the muscular strength and the power to run that last 52-second lap in a 5 or 10k race. But let's not go any heavier than that. We're just maintaining strength. We're not going to try and increase it. All right, my one rep max is like 60, and I think that's fine because I'm not, I'm running 15 minutes for a 5k. That's not amazing by any standards. But maybe if I got down to say like 13:20 or something crazy, and I got sponsored, and I wanted to get every little bit out of myself, then maybe I'd go to the gym twice a week like Mo Farah, to get those slight little benefits, to get that little bit more power to run that last lap that little bit faster. But for now, I feel like it's not worth my time going to the gym. I got other stuff to do. I like reading books. I like making YouTube videos. I got other stuff going on, okay? Simple as that, all right? If you become a professional runner and you have all day to focus on training, then, and you got a team that gives you 2 free personal trainer sessions a week, then of course I'd go. All right, so yeah, that's the thing, okay? So, how do you can you actually lose muscle? All right, so if you are quite muscular and you want to lose muscle to become a better distance runner, uh, how do you do that? I'm not sure. I don't have experience with that. Okay, I don't recommend you get cancer. All right, that's a bit extreme, but certainly do a lot of cardio, of course. Don't do any gym sessions, and you should lose muscle. Okay, hopefully you can lose that muscle. Um, okay, so what else is there to say in this video? Um, yeah, Brandon also made a video why swimming is bad for distance runners because when it comes to cross training, if you go swimming every day, you're gonna come back bulkier, you could be too bulky. Now for me, I'm so skinny that it's probably okay to gain a little bit of muscle, a little bit of strength, but then again, you got to be careful, okay? So, yeah, so yeah, if you want to do cross training as a runner, if you're injured or you're taking a break from running, or just trying to supplement some of your training, you can't handle ridiculously high mileage. My advice is, get on the bike, get on the elliptical, the stair trainer, something that don't use your upper body strength. So rowing, don't do rowing, don't do canoeing, don't do anything where you're using your upper body strength to it. Now, if you're running, say, 8 and 1500 meters, you probably could get away with doing a couple of swimming sessions or some gym sessions. Like my friend in my club, he ran like 352 for the 1500. He was really muscular. Like he used to go to the gym a lot. He did some swimming. Like you look at sports like Gaelic football. This guy would have been very good at it because he has that muscular, but strength. But 5k and up, you don't get away with it. Okay. So yeah, comment below. What do you think?